The silent poison. How envy consumes those who feel it and those who receive it. Have you ever wondered why envy never satisfies anyone? Why those who feel it suffer, and even those who are envied begin to fade beneath its gaze? There is a poison that leaves. No scars, no blood, no sound, but it eats everything bright inside a soul. They called it Phthonos in ancient Greece. The spirit of envy, a silent god who devoured both victim and worshipper alike. And tonight, we'll remember the story of Arion, a sculptor whose heart turned green before his hands turned cold. In a city built on white cliffs and golden dust, art was the highest form of prayer. Every statue was an offering to beauty, and every artist a servant to truth. Arion was young, gifted, and ambitious. His sculptures breathed life, yet something inside him whispered that he was never enough. His mentor, Master Dorian, had what Arion longed for: admiration, wisdom, calm. The people bowed before Dorian's creations, as if before the gods themselves. And so, envy, that soft serpent, began to coil around Arion's heart. At first, envy disguised itself as inspiration. Arion told himself, "I only want to be as good as him." But envy never stops at equality. It always wants the crown. Each time the city praised Dorian, a drop of venom fell into Arion's spirit. He began to resent every smile, every compliment, every applause that wasn't his. He worked late, carving furiously, yet his art lost its breath. His lines grew rigid, his forms lifeless, because envy blinds the eye that once saw beauty. And while Arion's heart grew darker, Dorian began to feel something strange too. A heaviness in his chest, an invisible tension between them. Even the admired can feel the sting of envy, for it turns love into suspicion and admiration into distance. One day, Arion unveiled a new statue, a copy of Dorian's masterpiece, but with one cruel difference. He had sculpted a crack across its heart. The people gasped. Some called it daring, others blasphemy. And Dorian, wounded not by stone but by betrayal, left the city in silence. Days later, a storm hit the cliffs. Lightning struck the workshop, and the statue shattered along with all of Arion's works. Only ashes remained, and in the silence of ruin, Arion finally saw the truth. He had not wanted beauty, he had wanted applause. And applause never feeds the soul, only the ego. Years passed. Arion wandered, sculpting for no one, not for fame, not for praise, just to remember what his hands once loved. One day, he returned to the ruins of the old city. There, among broken stones, he found a single surviving fragment, the heart of his first sculpture, untouched by fire. He smiled. For the first time, he understood, when we admire without envy, we become creators. When we envy, we become destroyers of others and of ourselves. Envy consumes the envious, but it also steals peace from those admired, for it turns their light into a mirror of someone else's pain. Final reflection. Maybe envy is just love, forgotten. A love we couldn't express, so it turned against us. So next time you feel envy rising in your heart, don't fight it with pride. Dissolve it with gratitude, because admiration heals what envy burns. And remember, the poison is silent, but so is wisdom. You only need to listen. Moral. Envy destroys twice, once in the one who feels it, and once in the one who receives it. But admiration creates twice, in the heart that offers, and in the one that receives with grace.